My name's Danielle Grady, and I'm the Business and Economic Development reporter for the News and Tribune, and I started my job about 6 months ago. Stories on my beat range from new developments to issues affecting businesses to human interest stories on entrepreneurs. My day, like most people, begins even before I go to work. I like to make a to-do list of, things that I need to do that day, and typically that involves, writing a story. I like to write at least one story a day, and then also calling people for stories that are happening in the future, and setting up interviews with people, and also interviewing people the day of, either in person or over the phone sometimes. Those stories cover a variety of different things. It might be a feature on a certain business. It could be a story about a bill that could affect a business, or a new development that's happening. And so I work on that story throughout the day, and then prep for other stories that are coming in the future. And I might have a meeting. I do some night meetings. I go to Plan Commission meetings typically, and those kind of inform me about new developments that are happening. So sometimes I end my day with a meeting. But yeah, that's a typical work day for me. So the first word that I would use to describe the News and Tribune would be embedded. We're right here in this community. There are a lot of news organizations in the Louisville metropolitan area, but we're the one that's actually in southern Indiana, and so we get a lot, just from being here, we get a lot of stories, and it just makes us more connected to the community we're reporting on. And the second word is pretty generic, but I think we're really hardworking at the News and Tribune. If you have ever come in here, you'll see that the reporters and the editors and everybody else behind the scenes is just working super hard to put the paper together. And the last word would be evolving, because we're always trying to change to better report on the subjects that you want us to report on. My cat makes me laugh. We just got her. She's a really pretty 3-year-old cat. We got her from a shelter, and just sometimes I see her and she's jumped up on something that's super high in the air, and I just wonder how she got there, or she runs around crazily at nothing. And so she's pretty hilarious. I like my cat. I am always listening to podcasts constantly. It's really from the moment I wake up. While I'm getting ready, I'll listen to a podcast until I'm heading my car. I'm still listening, and then I even play it through the Bluetooth speakers in my car. I'm just constantly listening to them, and it's just a good way for me to relax. And some of them are more educational, so it's not too bad, like This American Life or Radio Lab, but others are even more guilty pleasure-ish. I listen to some celebrity pop culture podcasts, so those are kind of not good for your brain, but I love to listen to them. So, my advice as somebody who just recently got into this would just to get as much practical experience as you can. If you're in high school or if you're in college, usually schools have a newspaper that you can get involved in, and so I would join that if you could. If you're already in that program, and it's during the summer, you might want to try getting an internship. I interned at the News and Tribune, and it was a great experience. I learned a lot here. So I would, join a newspaper, do an internship, or just go out and report on things that interest you. Post online, make a blog post, just find something that interests you and write about it. And then by the time you get out of college, if you're in college, you'll be ready to kind of hit the ground running and get a job.